All right, what's going on, everybody? We're just going over some FS22 news that dropped. This is the bees update. I just got a blog post posted this morning from Farming Simulator, and there's some good information in here, so let's take a look at it. This is just the blog post on the website. So I want to be a beekeeper with honey, question mark. So they have a lot of puns in here. I did quickly read through it, but now there's a little more information. So as it says here, you may have spotted a beautiful beekeeper outfit when it was presented in New Character Creations a week ago. After choosing a fashionable buzz cut hairstyle for your farmer, you can also wear a fitted protection suit. So as you've seen before in the video where it showed all the customizations and stuff you can do to your characters, you can put a full beekeeper costume on. So bees are going to be a big deal. So let's take a look down here. I'm not going to read it all. If you want to read it, go check it out. This is just going to be an overview of what they are saying here. So here it says small hives, big hives, even medium hives, and everything in between. There are numerous beehives to choose from, which is great. It gives us more options. You know, you'll have more quantity. You'll have, you know, more with that'll collect honey, or you can go with a smaller farm with smaller amounts. So it's looking like we're going to have a good choice here. They are brought to you in the build mode, so it's just a placeable object basically, and you can perfect if you want to throw a cross multiplayer house swarming party. Yeah, like I said, they got a lot of puns in this. But yeah, it looks great. I mean, it looks like there's a large one here, there's a medium one, and a couple small ones. So at least we'll have the option to do, you know, whatever fits the farm. Let's see here. You'll need to place a pallet location on your farm so that honey will be generated in form of pallets. So as you have these down, you'll have a spot where you need to put a pallet. I think it shows it later on here. You just put the pallet down, it'll collect with honey on its own. After it's full, they are placed before your feet. Now the sticky situation to attend to. Now honey is going to be used for the productions, and you can sell it yourself. So we're going to have the options to do, here's a picture of the pallet sitting on top of the location where you're going to need to put those. So it's going to be pretty much drawn out for you, so you shouldn't have a real problem finding any of these. Yeah, it looks good. I mean, you sell them directly or process the honey together with grains and raisins in the cereal factory. So yeah, it's going to be part of the production, or it's going to be part of just regular good old selling, making some money. So it looks like they can generate on their own. Don't have to worry about them. It doesn't look like you have to give them anything either. It doesn't say, but it doesn't look like you have to give anything to them. And they're just going to do their own thing. So it's an improvement on FS19. You know, now you get the beehives, they give you money hourly. This actually gives you something to collect and sell, or collect and move to another location. So it's going to give you a good option to do different things that you wouldn't normally do. Here it says also, if you have beehives in proximity to canola, potatoes, and sunflowers, the yield of your crops will rise. So it's going to pollinate those crops. So only canola, potatoes, and sunflower. So canola is going to be great. You're going to have, you know, beehives around canola fields. If you just do canola in those fields, you get a higher yield. It doesn't say if it does, like, adds like a fertilization to give you a higher yield, or if it just gives you a higher yield off of what you would have got even if it was 100% fertilized. That we'll have to figure out in game. So it looks like, yeah, it's just yield. So if you have it in certain areas, I don't know what the range will be. We might, you know, one beehive in a corner of a field might only do half the field, or a quarter of the field even. So it's going to really dictate when we get into the game, seeing exactly what it's going to pull, see what the range is and what we can actually do with it. So you might see more people putting beehives all the way around a field, and it's going to be a little crazy because that's, you know, not really doing that much, especially if it's only a fertilization where you can still get that fertilization without having the bees. It's not going to be that big of a deal. But if it's just an improvement straight on the yield, and if it's a big amount, it will be useful to have bees there. So, but potatoes, sunflowers, and canola. Interesting. It's interesting that there's no other ones. Like sunflowers, yeah, okay, they pollinate. Potatoes, kind of weird for a bee to pollinate. Canola, okay, it is what it is. I mean, I would expect like soybean to be there. I would expect, oats, something like that to be there as well, but I don't know. That's interesting. It's interesting. Potatoes is an odd one. I feel like sunflowers make sense. Canola makes sense. Potatoes is kind of that odd liar there. I don't know why potatoes, but hey, so be it. If it was only sunflower and canola, people might want more, so maybe they added potatoes to give that extra. I don't know. I think it's definitely because it's one of each. So that's a normal header. Canola, sunflowers is your corn header, so people that are doing more of the corn style harvest, and then you get the potatoes, which is your root crop. So I'm thinking it's just one of each helps out. So interesting though, definitely something different. Let me go over here. It says bees are becoming a bigger part of your farm, generating more money by producing the honey and increase yield for certain crops. If none of that is your beeswax and you'd like to tend to other animals, that's fine. And it gives you a pun here in the community at giantssoftware.com. It says, or let it be. So just a quick wrap up. This one's interesting. That's a little beehive, I'm guessing. That's interesting. So a little different, but a little quick video of just the new information here. It does look good. I love the pallets now having to use that, and the bees actually doing something besides just an increase in money. So I'm really looking forward to this. This looks interesting. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for me. I just wanted to give you guys some more information. So if you liked it, like the video. If not, dislike the video. That's fine with me. All right, guys. Well, that's it for this one. So you guys have a good one now.